The timeline visualizes art history from prehistoric times to the late 19th century. The timeline provides a comprehensive overview of art's evolution across millennia. Key artistic periods are marked to denote significant shifts in style and technique. The timeline emphasizes the progression and interconnectedness of different art movements. Visual cues differentiate each era, aiding in the understanding of art historical context. The timeline serves as an introduction to the vast and varied landscape of art history. Prehistoric art encompasses art produced in pre-literate cultures. This art originated in the Paleolithic era. Prehistoric art continued until the emergence of writing. Prehistoric art also ended with the advent of agriculture. Cave paintings, such as those in Lascaux, may have served ritualistic purposes. The paintings could have been used for communication within early human communities. The act of creating cave paintings might have been a ritualistic practice itself. Cave paintings in locations like Altamira provide insights into the cognitive and symbolic abilities of early humans. Paleolithic sculptures, such as Venus figurines, provide insight into early human artistic expression. Venus figurines are small, portable sculptures, often depicting female forms with exaggerated features. The exaggerated features of Venus figurines may symbolize fertility and abundance. These sculptures may have served as ritual objects or symbols of social cohesion within Paleolithic communities. The widespread distribution of Venus figurines suggests shared beliefs or cultural practices across different regions. Paleolithic sculptures offer valuable clues about the symbolic thinking and cultural values of early humans. Neolithic art marks a transition in human expression, characterized by new forms and techniques. The development of pottery became a significant art form during the Neolithic period. Weaving emerged as another key artistic and functional innovation in Neolithic culture. Early architectural forms, such as Stonehenge, represent monumental artistic and engineering achievements of the Neolithic era. Ancient African art encompasses the artistic achievements of civilizations such as Egypt and Nubia. Monumental architecture, including pyramids and temples, characterizes the artistic output of ancient Africa. Ancient African art employed sophisticated artistic conventions in sculpture, painting, and relief carvings. These artistic conventions reflect the advanced social, religious, and technological achievements of these civilizations. Ancient Egyptian art was deeply intertwined with religious beliefs and served specific purposes in the afterlife. Pyramids functioned as monumental tombs for pharaohs, designed to ensure their successful transition to the afterlife. Hieroglyphs were a sophisticated writing system used for religious texts, historical records, and decorative purposes. Funerary art, including sarcophagi and tomb paintings, provided provisions and guidance for the deceased in the afterlife. Symbolism played a crucial role in Egyptian art, with specific animals, colors, and objects representing deities, power, and protection. The consistent style and iconography of Egyptian art reflect a highly structured society and enduring cultural beliefs. Ancient Mediterranean art encompasses the artistic traditions of the Minoans, Mycenaeans, and ancient Greeks. Minoan art, flourishing on Crete, is characterized by vibrant frescoes, pottery, and sophisticated palace complexes. Mycenaean art, centered on the Peloponnese, is known for its monumental architecture, intricate metalwork, and warrior culture. Ancient Greek art, evolving through archaic, classical, and Hellenistic periods, emphasizes humanism, idealism, and innovation in sculpture, architecture, and pottery. Minoan art from Crete is characterized by vibrant frescoes. Minoan pottery showcases intricate designs and advanced craftsmanship. Sophisticated urban planning was a hallmark of Minoan civilization. Minoan art reflects a deep connection to nature and the sea. Mycenaean civilization was characterized by heavily fortified citadels, reflecting a period of conflict and defense. Elaborate goldwork, including masks and jewelry, demonstrates the wealth and artistic skill of the Mycenaean people. The linear B script, an early form of Greek, provides valuable insights into Mycenaean administration and economy. Mycenaean art reflects a blend of Minoan influences and a distinct warrior culture. Ancient Greek art evolved through distinct periods: archaic, classical, and Hellenistic. The archaic period is characterized by stylized forms and rigid poses influenced by Egyptian art. The classical period emphasized idealized human forms, balance, and harmony. The Hellenistic period introduced greater realism, emotion, and dynamism to sculpture. Greek sculpture embodies ideals of human beauty and perfect proportion. Marble was a primary material for Greek sculptors, valued for its smooth texture and ability to capture fine detail. Bronze was also used extensively, allowing for dynamic poses and intricate designs. Greek sculptors meticulously studied human anatomy to achieve realistic and harmonious forms. The concept of contrapposto was employed to create a natural and lifelike stance in sculptures. Greek sculptures often served as votive offerings, commemorative monuments, and decorative elements in temples and public spaces. Greek temple design is characterized by its symmetrical structure and use of columns. Doric, Ionic, and Corinthian are the three primary orders of Greek columns, each with distinct features. The golden ratio was often used in Greek architecture to achieve visual harmony and aesthetic balance. Greek architectural principles emphasized structural integrity and aesthetic appeal. The Olmec civilization, flourishing from 1500–400 BCE, established foundational artistic and cultural patterns in Mesoamerica. Maya art, spanning 200–900 CE, is characterized by sophisticated hieroglyphic writing, intricate relief carvings, and vibrant murals. Aztec art, 1345–1521 CE, often depicts religious themes and warfare through monumental sculpture and elaborate featherwork. Inca art, 1438–1533 CE, is renowned for its precision stonework, textiles, and metalwork, reflecting imperial power and social organization. Olmec art is characterized by colossal heads, crafted from basalt rock. Jade carvings represent another significant aspect of Olmec artistic expression. The Olmec civilization developed early forms of writing, evidenced by glyphs and symbols. Olmec art provides insights into their calendrical systems and timekeeping. Colossal heads possibly represent Olmec rulers or important figures. Olmec art reflects a complex society with advanced craftsmanship and symbolic systems. Maya art is characterized by its complex hieroglyphic writing system. Elaborate temple architecture is a significant aspect of Maya artistic expression. Vibrant mural paintings are another key element of Maya art. Maya hieroglyphs served as both a writing system and an artistic medium. Maya temples were not only places of worship but also served as canvases for artistic expression. Maya mural paintings provide insights into the culture, beliefs, and daily lives of the Maya people. Aztec art is characterized by monumental sculptures, intricate featherwork, and ritualistic artifacts. Monumental sculptures often depicted gods, rulers, and mythological figures, reflecting the Aztec worldview. Featherwork was a highly valued art form, used to create elaborate headdresses, cloaks, and banners for the elite. Ritualistic artifacts, such as knives, masks, and pottery, played a central role in Aztec religious ceremonies. Aztec art served both aesthetic and functional purposes, reflecting the society's religious beliefs and social structure. Inca art is distinguished by its sophisticated stonework, exemplified by precisely fitted stones and structures. Textiles were a significant art form, often featuring intricate geometric patterns and symbolic designs. Inca urban planning demonstrates advanced engineering and architectural skills, integrating structures with the natural landscape. Machu Picchu is a prime example of Inca art, showcasing stonework, architecture, and urban design. West African art, from 1000 to the present, showcases a rich cultural heritage. The kingdoms of Ife and Benin are central to the artistic traditions of West Africa. Ife is renowned for its naturalistic terracotta and bronze sculptures, reflecting sophisticated casting techniques. Benin art is characterized by its elaborate brass plaques depicting court life and historical events. Both Ife and Benin art served important social, political, and religious functions. Contemporary West African artists continue to draw inspiration from these historical traditions. Ife art is renowned for its naturalistic bronze and terracotta sculptures. The sculptures from Ife are celebrated for their lifelike representation of human features. Bronze and terracotta were the primary materials used in creating Ife sculptures. Ife sculptures provide valuable insights into the culture and society of ancient Ife. The naturalism of Ife art distinguishes it from many other African artistic traditions. Benin art is characterized by its bronze plaques, ivory carvings, and royal regalia. Bronze plaques from Benin depict various aspects of court life and historical events. Ivory carvings in Benin art often represent symbols of power and prestige. Royal regalia includes beaded jewelry, ceremonial swords, and elaborate headdresses. Benin art served as a historical record and a celebration of royal power. The craftsmanship of Benin art reflects advanced metalworking and carving techniques. East African art from 1000 AD to the present encompasses diverse artistic traditions. Ethiopian art is characterized by its religious iconography and illuminated manuscripts. Swahili coast art blends African, Arab, and Persian influences, seen in architecture and decorative arts. Ethiopian art often reflects Christian themes due to the country's long history with Christianity. Swahili architecture features coral stone construction and elaborate door carvings. Both Ethiopian and Swahili art have evolved over centuries, adapting to changing cultural and religious landscapes. Ethiopian art is characterized by its rich Christian iconography. Illuminated manuscripts represent a significant aspect of Ethiopian artistic heritage. These manuscripts often feature religious scenes and elaborate decorative elements. Rock-cut churches are unique architectural and artistic achievements in Ethiopia. These churches are often adorned with religious paintings and carvings. Ethiopian art reflects a blend of religious devotion and artistic skill. Swahili art is characterized by its intricate architecture, showcasing detailed geometric patterns and elaborate designs. Wood carvings are a significant aspect of Swahili art, often featuring stylized animal and plant motifs. Swahili art reflects the region's historical maritime trade connections, incorporating diverse cultural influences. The fusion of African, Arab, and Indian artistic traditions defines the unique aesthetic of Swahili art. Central African art, spanning from 1000 AD to the present, encompasses diverse artistic traditions. The Kuba Kingdom is renowned for its complex raffia textiles and intricately carved wooden objects. Kuba art often features geometric patterns and symbolic representations of status and power. The Congo Kingdom is known for its Nkisi figures, which are power objects believed to contain spiritual forces. Nkisi figures served as intermediaries between the human and spiritual realms, used for healing, protection, and justice. Both Kuba and Congo art reflect sophisticated social structures and spiritual beliefs. Kuba art is characterized by its raffia textiles, showcasing intricate geometric patterns and designs. Wooden sculptures are a significant aspect of Kuba art, often representing ancestral figures and embodying spiritual significance. Elaborate masking traditions are central to Kuba art, used in ceremonies and rituals to connect with the spiritual world. Kuba raffia textiles are created using complex weaving and embroidery techniques, resulting in visually stunning and culturally important artifacts. Kuba wooden sculptures often feature symbolic motifs and detailed craftsmanship, reflecting the cultural values and beliefs of the Kuba people. Kuba masks are adorned with beads, shells, and other decorative elements, enhancing their visual impact and ceremonial significance. Congo art is characterized by its diverse range of artistic expressions. Nkisi figures are a prominent aspect of Congo art, embodying spiritual power. Divination objects play a crucial role in Congo spiritual practices. Cosmograms are symbolic representations of Congo cosmology and worldview. Congo art serves both aesthetic and spiritual purposes within the culture. Southern African art from 1000 AD to the present encompasses diverse cultural expressions. Great Zimbabwe's art showcases sophisticated stone masonry and symbolic sculptures. The soapstone Zimbabwe bird sculptures represent national identity and spiritual significance. San art includes rock paintings depicting hunting scenes and spiritual beliefs. San rock art provides insights into their daily life, rituals, and environmental knowledge. Both Great Zimbabwe and San art contribute significantly to Southern Africa's cultural heritage. Great Zimbabwe is characterized by its impressive stone architecture, including enclosures and towers. The stone enclosures of Great Zimbabwe showcase advanced dry stone walling techniques. The conical tower is a prominent feature, symbolizing power and prestige within Great Zimbabwe. The architecture of Great Zimbabwe reflects the sophistication and cultural significance of its builders. San art is characterized by rock paintings and engravings. These artworks frequently depict animals, reflecting the San people's close relationship with nature. Human figures are also common subjects, often shown in hunting scenes or communal activities. San art reflects the spiritual beliefs and cosmological understanding of the San people. The rock art provides insights into the lives, beliefs, and cultural practices of the San people. South Asian art encompasses the artistic traditions of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. Indian art is characterized by its diverse religious influences, including Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. Pakistani art reflects a blend of Islamic and pre-Islamic traditions, often incorporating calligraphy and geometric patterns. Bangladeshi art is known for its vibrant folk art, textiles, and contemporary expressions reflecting social and political themes. Sri Lankan art is distinguished by its ancient Buddhist sculptures, murals, and traditional crafts. South Asian art collectively showcases a rich tapestry of cultural, religious, and historical influences. Indian art is characterized by its diverse religious and cultural influences. Hinduism has significantly shaped Indian art through its rich pantheon of deities and complex mythologies. Buddhist art in India focuses on themes of enlightenment, compassion, and the life of the Buddha. Jainism's influence on Indian art is evident in its emphasis on nonviolence, asceticism, and the representation of Tirthankaras. The fusion of these religious and cultural elements results in a rich tapestry of artistic expression. Indian art reflects the country's profound spiritual heritage and its long history of cultural exchange. Buddhist art encompasses various forms, including stupas, sculptures of the Buddha, and diverse iconographic traditions. Stupas are dome-shaped monuments serving as reliquaries and symbolic representations of the Buddha's enlightened mind. Sculptures of the Buddha depict him in various poses, mudras, each conveying specific teachings or aspects of enlightenment. Buddhist iconography varies across traditions, incorporating diverse symbols, deities, and artistic styles. These artistic expressions serve as visual aids for understanding Buddhist philosophy and spiritual practice. Hindu art encompasses diverse forms, including temple architecture, sculptures of deities, and depictions of myths. Temple architecture in Hindu art features complex structures and symbolic designs. Sculptures of deities are central to Hindu art, embodying divine attributes and narratives. Hindu art visually represents myths and legends, conveying moral and spiritual teachings. Southeast Asian art encompasses the artistic traditions of Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, and Indonesia. Thai art is characterized by its religious iconography, often depicting Buddha and Hindu deities. Cambodian art is renowned for its intricate stone carvings, particularly those found at Angkor Wat. Vietnamese art blends indigenous traditions with influences from China and France. Indonesian art is diverse, including batik textiles, wood carvings, and shadow puppet theater. Southeast Asian art reflects a rich cultural heritage shaped by religion, trade, and colonialism. Khmer art is renowned for its monumental temple complexes, such as Angkor Wat. Intricate stone carvings are a defining characteristic of Khmer artistic expression. Angkor Wat exemplifies the grandeur and scale of Khmer architectural achievements. The carvings often depict scenes from Hindu mythology and Khmer history. Khmer art reflects a sophisticated understanding of engineering, mathematics, and artistry. The enduring legacy of Khmer art continues to inspire and captivate audiences worldwide. Indonesian art encompasse diverses traditions, including batik textile, wayang kulit, or shadow puppetry, is a significant form of Indonesian artistic expression. Wood carvings represent another important aspect of Indonesian art. These art forms reflect Indonesia's rich cultural heritage. Chinese art encompasses a vast history, beginning in the Neolithic period and extending to the Qing dynasty. Neolithic art in China is characterized by pottery, often featuring intricate painted designs. The Shang dynasty is renowned for its bronze work, used in ritual vessels and weaponry. Calligraphy, the art of beautiful writing, became a central element of Chinese art. Landscape painting sought to capture the essence of nature, reflecting philosophical ideals. Qing dynasty art is known for its elaborate porcelain and decorative arts. Chinese painting encompasses diverse forms, with landscape painting as a prominent genre. Calligraphy is an integral element of Chinese painting, often complementing the visual art. Ink and brush are the primary tools in Chinese painting, dictating the style and technique. The use of ink wash techniques creates depth and atmosphere in Chinese landscape paintings. Chinese painting emphasizes capturing the essence and spirit of nature rather than realistic depiction. Chinese ceramics encompass a diverse range of pottery, including porcelain and stoneware. Porcelain is characterized by its translucence and delicate nature, often adorned with intricate designs. Stoneware is known for its durability and rustic aesthetic, frequently used for functional pottery. Glaze techniques significantly influence the appearance and properties of Chinese ceramics. Celadon glaze, prized for its subtle green hue, mimics the appearance of jade. Flambé glaze produce vibrant, imprédictable color variation due to complex firing process. Korean art history spans from the Three Kingdoms period to the Joseon dynasty. The Three Kingdoms period laid the foundation for Korean art with influences from China and indigenous traditions. The Joseon dynasty saw the flourishing of landscape, painting, calligraphy, and ceramics. Each dynasty contributed unique styles and techniques to the rich tapestry of Korean art. Korean ceramics are highly regarded for their distinctive aesthetic and craftsmanship. Celadon ware, known for its jade green glaze, is a hallmark of Korean ceramic art. Buncheong ware features a unique slip decoration technique, resulting in bold and expressive designs. White porcelain, or baekja, embodies simplicity and purity in Korean ceramic tradition. Korean ceramics reflect a rich cultural heritage and a deep connection to nature and artistic expression. Korean painting encompasses diverse genres, prominently featuring landscape, art, and portraiture. Landscape painting in Korea often reflects a deep appreciation for nature and the incorporation of philosophical ideals. Korean portraiture meticulously captures the likeness and social status of the subject. Confucianism and Buddhism profoundly influence the themes and styles prevalent in Korean painting. Japanese art history spans from the Jomon period to the Meiji era, showcasing diverse styles and techniques. The Jomon period, c. 1400–0300 BCE, is characterized by cord-marked pottery and clay figurines. During the Asuka and Nara periods, 538–794 CE, Buddhism influenced art, leading to the creation of temples and Buddhist sculptures. The Heian period, 794–1185 CE, saw the rise of Yamato-e painting, characterized by vibrant colors and narrative scenes. The Muromachi period, 1336–1573 CE, emphasized Zen Buddhism influencing inkwash painting, sumi, and minimalist aesthetics. The Meiji era, 1868–1912, saw the integration of Western art styles, leading to new forms of expression. Japanese woodblock prints, known as ukiyo-e, encompass a significant art form. Ukiyo-e frequently depict landscapes, showcasing the natural beauty of Japan. Another common subject in ukiyo-e is the portrayal of actors, often in dramatic poses. Courtesans are also a recurring theme, reflecting the social life and fashion of the Edo period. These prints provide valuable insights into Japanese culture, aesthetics, and history. Japanese ceramics encompass a variety of styles and techniques, reflecting the country's rich artistic heritage. Rakuware is characterized by its low firing process and unique, often unpredictable, surface effects. Seto-ware, one of Japan's 6 ancient kilns, is known for its refined glazes and diverse forms. The Japanese tea ceremony, or chado, places great importance on the aesthetics and functionality of the tea bowl. Ceramics used in the tea ceremony are often valued for their imperfections and wabi-sabi aesthetic. The art of the Islamic world spans a geographically diverse area from Spain to India. Islamic art represents a transition and fusion of various artistic traditions across these regions. This artistic transition reflects the cultural exchange and synthesis within the Islamic world. Key characteristics of Islamic art include geometric patterns, calligraphy, and arabesque designs. Islamic architecture is characterized by distinctive structures such as mosques and palaces. Mosques, as central places of worship, feature iconic elements like minarets, domes, and prayer halls. Islamic palaces showcase elaborate courtyards, gardens, and decorative elements, reflecting wealth and power. Geometric patterns are a fundamental element of Islamic design, used extensively in decorations. Calligraphy, the art of beautiful writing, is integrated into architecture as a decorative and spiritual element. The integration of geometric patterns and calligraphy creates visually stunning and spiritually meaningful spaces. Islamic calligraphy is a significant art form, deeply rooted in Islamic culture and history. Calligraphy is prominently featured in the Quran, serving as a visual representation of divine text. Islamic architecture often incorporates calligraphy as a decorative and symbolic element. Beyond religious texts and architecture, calligraphy is also used in various forms of Islamic decorative arts. European art from the Middle Ages encompasses the Romanesque and Gothic periods. The Romanesque period, prevalent from approximately 1000 to 1200 AD, is characterized by its solid, fortress-like architecture. Gothic art, emerging around 1150 AD and lasting into the 16th century, features soaring structures and intricate ornamentation. Romanesque sculpture often served a didactic purpose, teaching biblical stories to a largely illiterate population. Gothic stained glass windows were designed to flood cathedrals with colored light, creating a sense of divine presence. Romanesque art is characterized by its massive architectural structures. Rounded arches are a defining feature of Romanesque architectural design. Religious iconography played a central role in Romanesque art, conveying biblical narratives and moral lessons. The massive scale of Romanesque architecture aimed to inspire awe and reverence. Romanesque sculpture often adorned portals and capitals, serving as visual reminders of faith. The use of heavy stone and thick walls provided structural stability and a sense of permanence. Gothic art is characterized by its soaring cathedrals, which represent a shift towards verticality and light. Pointed arches are a defining structural element of Gothic architecture, allowing for greater height and thinner walls. Stained glass windows are a prominent feature of Gothic cathedrals, creating vibrant displays of color and light. Gothic sculpture is characterized by its increased naturalism and emotional expression compared to earlier styles. The use of flying buttresses allowed for taller naves and larger windows, maximizing light within Gothic cathedrals. Gothic art sought to create a sense of awe and spiritual transcendence through its architectural and artistic elements. The Renaissance marks a transition period in art history. The early Renaissance saw the revival of classical artistic principles. The High Renaissance represents the peak of artistic achievement and balance. The Late Renaissance, also known as Mannerism, experimented with exaggerated forms and dramatic compositions. The early Renaissance in Italy marked a significant period of artistic and cultural rebirth. A key aspect of the early Renaissance was the rediscovery and emulation of classical art from ancient Greece and Rome. Artists during this period sought to revive classical ideals of beauty, proportion, and harmony in their works. The development and application of linear perspective revolutionized painting, creating the illusion of depth and realism. Perspective allowed artists to create more believable and immersive scenes, enhancing the emotional impact of their art. The early Renaissance laid the foundation for the High Renaissance, influencing artistic styles and techniques for centuries to come. The High Renaissance represents a pinnacle of artistic achievement in the late 15th and early 16th centuries. Leonardo da Vinci's works exemplify the High Renaissance through innovative techniques and scientific observation. Michelangelo's sculptures and frescoes embody the High Renaissance's idealization of the human form and dramatic intensity. Raphael's paintings showcase the High Renaissance's emphasis on harmony, balance, and classical ideals. Mannerism is characterized by elongated figures, departing from classical proportions. Distorted perspective is a key element of Mannerist art, creating a sense of unease. Mannerist compositions often feature dramatic arrangements and complex poses. The style emphasizes artificiality and elegance over naturalism. Mannerism aimed to showcase the artist's virtuosity and imagination. Baroque art is characterized by its drama, grandeur, and emotional intensity. The use of dramatic lighting and contrast is a key element in Baroque art. Baroque artworks often feature complex compositions and elaborate ornamentation. The goal of Baroque art is to evoke strong emotions and create a sense of awe in the viewer. Baroque art frequently depicts religious or mythological scenes with heightened realism. The dynamic movement and theatrical presentation are hallmarks of Baroque aesthetics. Baroque painting is characterized by its dramatic use of light and shadow, intense emotions, and dynamic compositions. Caravaggio was a key figure in Baroque painting, known for his revolutionary naturalism and dramatic tenebrism. Rembrandt's Baroque paintings are distinguished by their psychological depth, rich textures, and masterful use of light. Rubens's Baroque paintings are celebrated for their vibrant colors, dynamic movement, and opulent depictions of the human form. The Baroque style aimed to evoke emotional responses in viewers through dramatic visual storytelling. Baroque sculpture is characterized by dynamic movement and intense emotion. Gian Lorenzo Bernini was a prominent figure in Baroque sculpture. Bernini's sculptures often feature figures in mid-action, capturing fleeting moments. The use of dramatic lighting and shadow enhances the emotional impact of Baroque sculpture. Baroque sculpture aims to evoke a strong emotional response in the viewer. The texture and detail of Baroque sculptures contribute to their realism and emotional power. Rococo art emerged as a stylistic shift characterized by elegance and elaborate ornamentation. Playful themes and lighthearted subject matter are central to Rococo artistic expression. Rococo style emphasizes decorative elements and intricate detailing in art and design. The transition to Rococo marked a departure from the grandeur and seriousness of the Baroque period. Rococo art is distinguished by its delicate color palettes and asymmetrical compositions. Neoclassicism is characterized by the revival of classical forms and themes. Neoclassical art draws inspiration from the art and culture of ancient Greece and Rome. The movement emphasizes order, symmetry, and rationality in artistic expression. Neoclassicism often features subjects from classical literature and mythology. This artistic movement represents a reaction against the perceived excesses of Baroque and Rococo styles. Romanticism emphasizes emotion as a primary source of aesthetic experience. Imagination plays a crucial role in romantic art, often depicting fantastical or dreamlike scenarios. The concept of the sublime is central to Romanticism, representing awe and terror in the face of nature's grandeur. Romanticism values subjective experience and individual expression over objective reason and classical forms. Realism in art marks a shift towards depicting everyday life. Realism focuses on portraying ordinary people and their experiences. The movement emphasizes accurate and unembellished representation of subjects. Realism emerged as a reaction against Romanticism's idealized and dramatic themes. Key characteristics of realism include objectivity, accuracy, and a focus on contemporary life. Photography significantly impacted art by introducing new methods of visual representation. The advent of photography challenged traditional artistic skills and perspectives. Photography led to the exploration of realism and abstraction in art. New artistic movements emerged as a direct result of photography's influence on art. Impressionism emphasizes the depiction of light and color. Impressionist painters aim to capture fleeting moments and transient visual impressions. Key elements of Impressionism include visible brushstrokes and open composition. Impressionist art often depicts ordinary subjects and scenes from everyday life. The focus on sensory experience and subjective perception defines Impressionism. Impressionism revolutionized art by prioritizing the artist's immediate impression over realistic representation. Impressionism is an art movement characterized by capturing fleeting moments and sensory impressions. Monet's works often depict light and atmospheric conditions, emphasizing the subjective perception of reality. Renoir focused on figures and social scenes, capturing the vibrancy and joy of Parisian life. Degas explored movement and asymmetry, often depicting dancers and scenes from Parisian nightlife. Impressionist painters employed broken brushstrokes and pure color to represent light and shadow. The goal of Impressionism was to capture the immediate visual sensation rather than precise detail. Post-Impressionism marks a shift from Impressionism, emphasizing subjective interpretation and emotional expression. Vincent van Gogh's art is characterized by expressive brushstrokes and intense color palettes. Paul Gauguin explored symbolism and exotic themes, often depicting scenes from Tahiti. Cézanne focused on geometric forms and structural composition in his landscapes and still lifes. Post-Impressionist artists paved the way for modern art movements through their innovative techniques and personal visions. Van Gogh's art is characterized by its expressive use of color. His distinctive brushstrokes create a sense of movement and emotion. Van Gogh's unique style profoundly influenced the development of modern art. The emotional intensity of his paintings reflects his personal struggles and passions. Paul Gauguin is renowned for his innovative use of symbolism in art. Gauguin's art often depicts scenes and figures from Polynesian life. His use of color aimed to convey emotion and spiritual meaning rather than realistic representation. Gauguin's artistic style incorporates bold lines and simplified forms to capture the essence of his subjects. He sought to represent a more primitive and authentic existence through his art. Gauguin's art reflects a deep connection to the natural world and the spiritual beliefs of the Polynesian people. Cézanne's art is characterized by a deep exploration of form, reducing objects to their essential geometric shapes. He sought to represent the underlying structure of objects, rather than their surface appearance. Cézanne employed a method of building up forms through small, distinct brushstrokes, creating a sense of volume and depth. His emphasis on structure and form profoundly influenced the development of Cubism and other modern art movements. The arts. Crafts movement emphasized the value of craftsmanship. Handmade goods were central to the arts. Crafts philosophy. The movement promoted a return to traditional techniques and skills. Arts, crafts opposed industrial mass production. The movement sought to elevate the status of decorative arts. Art Nouveau is characterized by its use of organic forms, inspired by nature. Flowing, curvilinear lines are a defining element of the Art Nouveau style. Decorative motifs, often incorporating natural elements, are prevalent in Art Nouveau designs. Art Nouveau favors asymmetry and avoids strict geometric forms. Art Nouveau architecture is characterized by its prominent use of natural forms. Floral patterns and botanical elements are frequently incorporated into Art Nouveau designs. Decorative elements play a crucial role in enhancing the aesthetic appeal of Art Nouveau buildings. Curvilinear lines and flowing shapes are hallmarks of Art Nouveau architectural style. Art Nouveau often integrates decorative arts, such as mosaics and stained glass, into building designs. Art Nouveau design encompasses a variety of artistic mediums, including furniture. Art Nouveau design is also expressed through jewelry. Graphic arts are another significant aspect of Art Nouveau design. Art Nouveau furniture is characterized by its organic forms and flowing lines. Art Nouveau jewelry often incorporates natural and symbolic motifs. Art Nouveau graphic arts utilize stylized typography and decorative elements. The video concludes by revisiting the dynamic timeline, providing a comprehensive recap of the art periods and movements discussed. Key artistic periods and movements are highlighted on the timeline to reinforce their significance. The timeline dynamically illustrates the evolution and progression of art through history. The conclusion hints at potential future directions and innovations in the art world. The timeline serves as a visual summary, reinforcing the viewer's understanding of art history.